Are you struggling with your full coverage tips? Are they popping off, lifting, or simply not working for you? Don't worry, I've got you. Today, I'm gonna show you how to get flawless, long-lasting manicures using Kokoist's new formulated Gelip system. Hey there, I'm Erica, owner of Erica's ATA. For over 30 years, we've been making and developing the highest quality diamond efile bits for nail enthusiasts. We prioritizing empowering nail professionals with techniques for detailed Russian manicures to nail bits for beginners. This video is going to show you how to improve or even master your Kokoist Gelip full coverage tips with a structured manicure approach. Whether you're a beginner or a longtime nail tech, I'll show you how to properly prep, apply, and finish a Gelip for long-lasting results. Plus, we'll go over the newest process in the Kokoist nail system, and also common mistakes that we all run into, but we have solutions. Okay, so why use Kokoist Gelips? Because they last several weeks and feel so natural. You guys, I've had these on for 4 weeks and they feel like my natural nail. They're also made with 100% gel and offer flexibility unlike any other plastic tip I've ever tried. Even though they're flexible, these full coverage gel tips are durable and quick to apply. Yes, they are created to be applied, gel product out the door in 60 minutes. Let's go. Best part is I don't have to remove them all the way. I can rebalance the Gelips. Whether it's nail shape or length, Gelips offer you and your client plenty of choices for length to shape to get the results you want. You know how I always say time is money. Well, this is money, baby, because they offer you a chance to add length without the weight. That's this nail girly. That's right. It's great for clients who don't have time or the patience to grow out their natural nails, especially if it's for like a special occasion or they simply want more space for nail art. Coco, the founder of Kokoist, is an absolute gem, you guys. She radiates class and excellence and integrity. She's always talking to nail professionals all over the world about how she can improve her products, but also how she can better create solutions and equip the nail community with the best products. Their new improved gel bond formula and their new sizing shows that they care about bringing nail techs the very best. Their new formula improves durability, reduces lifting, and makes the process easier. Who does not want that? Let alone if we're not even talking about the formula, guess what? On these gel tips, I can actually read the size number. That alone is worth its weight in gold. Before we begin, make sure you have all your tools ready. Kokoist Gelips tip, Gelip Super Bond Gel, Mega Stick Soft Gel Base Coat, Kokoist Platinum Filler Gel, Kokoist Ultra Glossy, your choice of color, the newest Kokoist Light Stick, a nail file, your Erica Safety Smooth Top Tapered Barrel Carbide Bit, your Erica's Medium Cone Bit, a nail brush, and finally, nail prep solution. Hey nail techs, level up your manicures with professional nail bits and implements from Erica's ATA. We have everything you need from tools to gels. Check out the links below. Before we jump into the Kokoist nail system, with any product application, prep is key. We're taking our Erica's pusher and gently releasing the cuticle up and off the nail plate. Once I've released the cuticle off the nail plate, I'm going to take my Erica's medium diamond cone and do my prep work. I'm going to keep my efile in the forward direction at around 10,000 RPMs and work from right to left. What I'm doing right now is just removing all of the dead tissue on the nail plate so that I have a good canvas for application. I'm gonna work down the side walls. Because this is a gel tip overlay, I am not gonna spend as much time as I would on a structured gel manicure. So I'm really just doing a basic cuticle prep, exfoliating the cuticle up and off the nail plate, making sure I rough up the nail plate so that I get a good bond with my Kokoist products, and we're gonna keep moving on with the service. Again, you guys, this service from start to finish should be 60 minutes. Before we even jump in and talk about formula changes that have improved in the Gelip system, these eyes are getting old and I can actually read what size these numbers are. The new system, I'm working with a size 2, and that looks like a 2. The older other Gelips, I can't even read that. Let's be for real. And as you'll see that the Gelips are pre-etched. One last step for me, quicker service. Let's go. Now choosing the right size tip is crucial. Each Gelip tip should fit snugly on the nail plate without gaps. Remember, unlike other full coverage tips, Gelips are fitted 2 millimeters away from the cuticle. If you are between sizes, it's better to size up and file the nail tip to fit. Here's a little pro tip. Different shapes may vary in size, so always make sure to measure your clients when switching shapes or length. Sizing should only take about 5 minutes. I know you're curious right now on why it's necessary to have a 2 millimeter gap. Later on, we will apply our favorite Kokoist base to cover that gap that will support and reinforce the entire nail. After you're done sizing, go ahead and take some alcohol and a wipe and remove any dust or oil from the nail plate. Finally, add a thin layer of Mega Stick gel to the nail and cure for a full 60 seconds in your LeBlanc Kokoist Light. Apply a thin layer of Super Bond gel to the gel up tip, where it will make contact with the nail plate. Make sure not to add too much or too little. Now, adding the gel up tip, start near the cuticle to roll and press the tip gently to the nail plate. Adjust as needed. Make sure you have that 2 millimeter gap. The Kokoist Stick Light is going to allow for setup while you still have some maneuverability to make sure that it's straight and placed in the appropriate spot. I know you guys have noticed seeing that big old number 2 on top of the tip, but by the time I apply my Super Gel Up Bond and apply it to the nail, it disappears. So I don't have to cut or buff any of that number off that I've had to do in some of the old systems. Once all 5 fingers are done, place the whole hand for 60 seconds in the LeBlanc lamp for a final cure. Definitely don't forget or miss this step. And finally, let's keep moving on with this manicure. It's time to rough and flush. You're going to take your favorite buffer, quickly go over all 10 fingers just to rough up the surface so the product gets good adhesion, and then use your Erica's Diamond Cone efile bit in medium to seal the edge of the gel up to the natural nail. This helps blend the grow out and keeps your natural nail protected. We do this so that our next layer of gel doesn't dump over the gel up into the cuticle area. Having the gap also reduces the chance of product flooding underneath the cuticle. Now, this is where we say a big thank you to Coco, as she has eliminated most nail techs' biggest nightmares with covered tips. Once you've finished roughing and flushing the nail with the tip, you want to make sure you use alcohol again to remove all the dust. When you're happy with how it looks and feels, proceed with a layer of Kokoist Mega Stick or Platinum Filler Base. Both of these bases come in either a pot or bottle and brush. For today's demo, I'm showing you guys the Platinum Filler Base. Platinum Filler Base is more of a consistency of a builder gel, so I'm gonna have more structure with it. The Mega Stick tends to have a thinner viscosity, but is very sticky, and if you choose to go the route of soaking off, I would recommend using Mega Stick, as the product will come off quicker, whereas the Platinum Filler will take a little bit longer, but I have a little more building capacity with it. Where the Platinum Filler is a little more rigid, and I know my client today does a lot with her hands and she's wearing a little more length, so we're going with the Platinum Filler. Remember how I said these would last longer? Well, this is why. Adding this base layer on top of the gel up adds stability and durability to the nail, because this layer will be on the full gel up tip plus the 2 millimeter gap of nail plate near the cuticle. The coat reinforces everything while keeping the enhancement thin. Plus, this allows us to rebalance the next manicure without removing the tip. Think of it like doing a structured gel manicure over the gel up. There's no need to apply a new set. Gel ups do not need to be removed and replaced every service. You can simply rebalance them after the initial application. I'll show you how to rebalance a set later on in the video. After doing a full cure of 60 seconds with the Platinum Filler Base, I've decided to go in with one of Kokoist's very high pigmented colors, the Broccoli Cream, as my color for my model today. I applied 2 colors of gel and did a full cure. Now I'm applying the Ultra Glossy Non-Wipe Top Coat Gel and curing for 60 seconds. So there you have it. That's how you do a gel up full set. And now it's time to show you what a rebalance is. I have been wearing Gel Ups, the new formula, for I would say like 5 weeks now, and I will tell you, I have made sandcastles, I have been heavy in mom mode and done all the things. The whole saying, jewels not tools, baby, I use these as tools. And now it's time for me to get a rebalance. So, can somebody help me out? I'm gonna be the model today. No, really, I want someone to do my hair this time. To rebalance the gel up, I use the Safety Smooth Top Tapered Barrel Carbide efile bits from Erica's. I'm using the dragging method to remove a majority of the bulk and color from the gel tip. I'm just thinning everything down, but I'm also looking to see, do I have any lifting? And when I'm working horizontal to the nail, back and forth, I'm just taking any of those tracks that I created and just nicely smoothing them out. I'm gonna remove as much as I can of the color and then go in with my cuticle bit to do the cuticle work. Out of 10 fingers, I only have one finger with a little bit of lifting, and to be honest, I'm right-handed with my thumb. This is always where I get a little bit of lifting. It's not a product thing, it's a person thing. Tap, tap, tap. All around the lifted area, allow the tool to do the work. You don't need to apply a lot of pressure. Boom! Now, once you've removed the lifting, we have to go in with our carbide and make sure we blend that raw, rough edge to make it smooth so we can get great product application. All right, we have removed product, we've shaped the free edge, and now we're going in with the Erica's Diamond Cone Medium Grit, and we are doing our cuticle work and our prep. So since we're working with a medium bit, I'm able to prep the nail plate. I still have a beautiful shape, so instead of putting another gel up on, we're just gonna do like a structured gel overlay right on top. So just from personal experience, I am somebody who has really thin nail plates. Like genetically, I could pull back the different layers of keratin cells. So the fact that the Gelips stayed on me so well was super exciting because I have very flexible, thin nails. So a lot of times I get a lot of lifting. I've had great results with the Gelips, and I'm really excited to see how the rebalance looks because it already feels amazing. The platinum filler based viscosity is more of like a builder gel, so it's gonna help me have that apex look that I really like, and that's why we have decided to use that product right on top of the Gelip from 4 weeks ago. How exciting! Once the slip layer has been applied, a little bit of a larger bead, and just nicely floating that product down, covering the whole nail. Now, if you also wanted to use like a tinted base, you could totally do that as well. That would actually reduce the service time even more because of course I'm gonna ask my girlfriend to put a color on. Hello. What color are we doing today? How about yellow? The fastest way to remove any kind of gel spillage is going to be to remove the tip or taking a brush with alcohol and removing that additional product. Girl, no one wants funky or misshaped nails. Make sure you measure your client with the proper nail size and fit. The wrong size can lead to lifting and popping off, and nobody wants that. And lastly, cure them properly. Do not miss the final cure. Just because you did a flash cure does not mean they're done. Put them in for another 60 seconds to ensure that you have good product setup. Woohoo! You guys did it! You've learned how to master the Kokoist Gelips full coverage tip. You've learned the same game-changing techniques that can help create a beautiful and long-lasting manicure. Now it's time to take these new skills to the next level. Comment below if you've ever tried Gelips or full covered tips in general. If you have, where did you struggle? What was your biggest issue? We want to know so we can continue to bring you value. If you haven't tried Kokoist Gelips product, guess what? I got a discount code for you. For the next 2 weeks, use the code YTGelip for 10% off your order of Kokoist Gelips products at ericasata.com. I always want to make you money and save you money. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, click the bell and subscribe to the channel, and become a part of the Erica's community.